Okay, so I've got a question. What day is it?
It's
October 3rd.
October 3rd.
I had to do it. Normally I'm like, hey guys, it's this date. But I'm like, no, I'm going to ask them because duh, like Mean Girls reference, but we're not Mean Girls. We're just.
I unpaused it with the wet hand just to say it.
That's dedication right there, Krista. Thank you.
Her hand's not wet because of the baseball shoe.
My God. Skylar, go away. All right, guys. So there's Jesse. So yeah, October 3rd, it's our first team call. I know this, well, it's not really our first team call, but that's our first call since we kind of, how do I say that? Like, Shelby, go ahead and say it.
It's our first team call separate from Brittany's team.
Yes.
It's our first Inspire Empire only team call.
Yes. And look at all the beautiful people on. Like, I just love it. So thank you guys so much. We like to do these things. If you are new, we like to recognize and love on all of our girls. And so that's what we're going to do first. I'm going to go ahead and let's see. Share my screen real quick before we get into the content of the call. Big day for Team Mess to Mission. My coach, my personal coach, Shelby Krager, is officially a in 1-star diamond qualification, which is a pretty big deal. It took me a lot longer to get there than she did. So I am so proud of her and Allie. You guys see Allie right here. Allie's actually our guest speaker tonight to share a little bit of what's been working for her and how she's been building her business. But I am so proud of you, Shelby. I've literally told you all day, so you know my love for you is deep, girl. But you guys keep rocking and keep doing what you're doing because y'all are a powerhouse. The other thing I wanted to show you guys is the current leaderboard for the month. So this is just as of today. So it's the beginning of the month, but currently for my personal sponsored coaches. So what I was doing is I was including any of my downlines coaches on my board, but now that you guys kind of are growing and have your own, I am letting you guys build your own leaderboards. So that's why you don't see some of the girls on here yet. But Shelby is already at Success Club, so congrats to you, sis. Macy is already at Success Club 2, and Kirsten is at Success Club 2 as well. And Kirsten just got back or regained her Emerald status. So she is an Emerald coach. And here are all of our Emeralds. We've got Shelby, who is 1-star qualifying, and then myself up here. And yeah, I feel like we're off to a good start. I know for me, I've been having conversations with people. I know a lot of you guys have been having conversations and ready to get on that board. And if you guys have any questions about what that board means or what success is, please feel free to ask. We've got the little chat section down here. Just type away. And Shelby, if you want to go ahead and share any of your good news.
Yes. So first of all, today's Allie's Diamond Day. Yay!
Congratulations.
You worked her ass off the last 6 weeks, and I'm like, couldn't be more proud. So all kind of the same thing as you said about me. I've been giving her all the love all day, so she knows that I'm a proud mama.
Yes.
And I want to apologize. I have this unicorn horn growing right here. I'm sorry. Don't look at it. I feel really self-conscious. But also, Jessie Hires, today is her Emerald Day. She enrolled her second person, I guess it was 2 days ago, yesterday or the day before. I don't know. It all runs together.
Yesterday, sorry. You couldn't hear me.
So today, she is an Emerald coach. So super excited for her, too. She's been having lots of conversations, and she's been working so hard and just applying every little bit of feedback that she gets. So I just want to shout her out. I misunderstood what you meant about leaderboards for tonight. I made one for September. I thought you were, so I'll just tell you.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I was going to show mine too. You're good.
Oh, well, I'll just tell you. Jessie has 2 Success Club points so far for October. Allie has 8. I have 6. And I think that's all the enrollments so far that we have for the month on my team. So super
gonna
proud.
crush it.
I mentioned earlier, this is Danielle's first team call. It says Christina's iPhone, but her name is Danielle.
Hi, Danielle. Like
go way, way back. So I'm super excited to have her join us. And yeah, I feel like our whole group here just has a lot of good momentum and a lot of good energy. And I'm excited to just watch everybody grow.
Totally. Yeah, no, I was going to show September's leaderboard as well. If you guys haven't seen in the team page, I definitely want to shout out the rock stars because you guys worked really freaking hard last month. So I did have some of Shelby's gals on here. Inspire Empire is officially a 2-star premier team. A premier team is like one step under elite, which is like the tippy top of the company. So it's a pretty big deal going on here with this group of women. But we've got the girls who hit Success Club last month. Kayla, Shelby, Allie, Macy, Lorena, Krista, Miriam had helped 2 people each, and the Jessies helped 1 person each. They were new to the game, but they got their first enrollment their first month, and I think that's freaking awesome. So way to go, ladies. We helped a total of 37 people last month, which is pretty cool. Like, that's really, really neat. So I can't wait to see what this month brings. So there we go. Okay. So I had asked, I like to have at least one guest speaker a month kind of talk and share a little bit about, what they do and this and that. And usually it's someone from another team or someone from the downline in general. But I was trying to think outside the box here. And when I asked some of my girls who they wanted to hear from, they wanted to hear from, maybe more of a newer coach and who's having success. And, the first person that came to our minds was Allie. Because Allie, they didn't know at the time, but I knew you were about to be diamond. So I was like, well, this is perfect. But Allie's been coaching since August 14th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So just a month and a half. She definitely hit the ground running. And I wanted her to kind of share a little bit about her story and, what she's been doing to just really kick off the business. So, sister, go on with your bad self.
All righty. So I guess I'll start with my why, like why I began the boot camp in the first place. So 6 years ago in June was the 6-year mark from when I had a cardiac arrest playing softball. And so I have a pacemaker in my chest, and the doctors have always told me that I need to stay active. Well, I've not done that. So it was basically time that I decided that, I'd always gone to the gym and started doing things, but I could never, ever stick with anything. And so I finally told myself that it was time to do something and prove to Allie that Allie can do this. So I joined boot camp with Shelby. And then she'd kind of mentioned, the whole, if you get 2 friends to enroll, you can make your money back. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then she had mentioned coaching. I was like, no, not at the moment. I work full time and I'm kind of busy. Well, that quickly changed because A, I just fell in love with the boot camp, and B, I just started posting online every day, my Instagram feed of what I was doing. And at first it felt awkward. Like, it felt very awkward to do that. But in doing so, I've had a bunch of people reach out. So I decided to coach, and it started with just inviting people that I knew personally. I was kind of scared to just cold reach out to people that I didn't really know. So I just started sharing with coworkers, friends, my family, and just kind of getting the program out there. And then it just kind of taken off from there. So what I've started doing is every morning, I post some way. I try to swap it up. So either, mixing up my drink or do a boomerang, try to mix it up. But I think that the biggest thing is consistency. Like, sometimes it's awkward. Like, do they really care that I'm mixing up my Shakeology for the 8th or 10th or 15th day in a row? It might seem awkward to do that, but I do it. And so when people see that you stop doing it, they'll message and be like, what's up. So I think that's the consistency is a big thing. Something else that I like is that setting a personal goal. So when I started as a coach, it was probably a weekend. And I was like, you know what? I saw Shelby hit diamond. And I was like, like I hit emerald. It's time to hit diamond. So I gave myself a goal of 1 month. I wanted to hit diamond in 1 month. I didn't do it in 1 month, but I did it in 6 weeks. So it's okay that sometimes you're going to go over that time frame that you set for yourself. But if you're working hard, it's going to give you the motivation to do it anyways. So I like the personal challenge that I set for myself. So it doesn't maybe have to be a specific, you want to hit diamond by this day or emerald by this day, but maybe, hey, I want to share my story or my progress with 5 people today. Just something each day or each week. If you make yourself a goal, it's going to be easier for you to hit that goal because it's your own personal goal. So let's see here. Sorry, I have my little notepad. Something else that I was nervous about at the beginning was being told no. But then I realized, like, you need to get over yourself. Like, you cannot be scared of somebody saying no. Because if you're scared of somebody saying no, you're not going to ask, well, what if they were to say yes? Like, you don't ever need to be scared of that because we're all told no all the time and you just keep moving on with your day. So don't let somebody telling you no in this journey stop you from asking other people. Let's see here. I guess another thing too is like if you do have a goal that you're wanting to hit, I've learned that transformation pictures are important. They're very important. So I really, really wanted to hit Success Club off the bat this month. So the other day, instead of posting on my feed, I posted, let's see. Yes, Shelby, a no is only no for now. Exactly. So the other day I posted just on my story, because I just posted like actually on my feed the other day of a transformation picture, but just because they see your feed doesn't mean that they always see your stories and vice versa. So I went ahead and posted another transformation on my story and I had a bunch of people reach out, and that's how I hit Success Club quickly. So sometimes it's awkward. Sometimes you think that it's not important to take pictures or to take progress, but it is, because the scales barely move for me. Barely. But if I would have not taken those pictures, I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference in my body. So I think that transformation pictures are a big thing. And also, not just your own, like my dad began this journey and he has had awesome results. And I never in a million years thought my dad would put them on the internet, but he did. And I shared those. So if you have somebody that's in your circle or that's comfortable with you sharing that, that's, I think, a great thing to do, because you're not only just showing yourself, you're showing other people that are doing it with you. Let's see here. Does anybody have any questions? I'm just rolling on through my notes. Let's see here. Sorry.
I was going to ask a question. Okay. Hi.
Sorry.
So, oh my gosh, where did the question go? I literally, I can't think of, oh, Chris just got something.
I want you to take me on the day in the life for you. Okay. So, I wake up in the morning and first
Do
one.
you feel like P. Diddy when you wake up in the morning? Okay, I'm done.
Okay. So wake up, alarm goes off. I don't hit the floor as soon as my first alarm goes off, but I get up, make my pre-workout, and then post my video. I try to do it right then. That way it's not like when I'm done with my workout, it's back to back to back like videos. So I post my pre-workout shake thing. And then I either will check it on my social media or I read my Bible. And then some days I have to take a step back and say that my phone can wait for a second. I need to spend more time in my Bible. So I like to do that just because at the end of the day, that is more important to me. So do that little Bible study, and then I do my workout because the Bible, like reading my Bible gives like pre-workout time to like get in my system. Sorry, I talk with my hands a lot. I need to put them down. So anyways, do my workout, shower. I work full time, 8:30 to 5. So go to work. I tend to reach out to people in power pockets. So when I go to the bathroom, if I get a second to walk out to my car, sometimes I eat lunch at my desk and then just go out to my car and like use that 30 minutes just to reach back out to people. Something that I found that's very quick and easy is that I have basically a few different texts that Shelby had given me that I saved in my notepad. So when people are like, hey, can I have some more info? Or hey, can I get the cost or whatever? Like all I do is go to my notepad, copy, paste, boom, there you go. And
Okay.
it's way quicker.
I don't know if you know this, but you can put it in your keyboard as a text replacement. So if you type a certain thing, it'll just pop up.
Wow. No, I didn't know that. Okay. Well,
That's
that's
awesome.
fancy to do that.
You didn't know
I thought I was doing the quick way.
You didn't know that because I didn't know that until like I think like last week because I said that to Kayla. I was like, what the hell? Why has nobody told me this existed? She was like, I thought I told you
Thanks
that.
for sharing with me, Shelbs. I'm just
Sorry, guys.
Need a lead, Shelby.
And so I really, y'all, like I work full time and I know a bunch of you do as well, but it's finding the bits and pieces here and there just to reach out to somebody. Now, as far as like invites, I do some social media invites, but honestly, I do more one-on-one talking to people. Like any chance that I get, like I'm not just gonna walk up to a stranger and be like, hey, you want to join my boot camp? But if I know the person, I try to bring it into our conversation somehow. And just if I see people out in public and they're like, hey, you're doing awesome, I see your post on social media, I'm like, oh, well, thank you. And then you just kind of bring it up in the conversation. So I like to do face-to-face invites. I do need to get better about the social media invites. Let's see here. What else? I'm trying to think of.
I do feel like that could be something that we struggle with, like those that have been doing this for a while, myself included, is when you're talking to people about it in public or even just on your stories, if you aren't getting out much or, whatever it may be, on the phone or, whatever, it's like, we don't always think to bring it up casually in conversation. And it's just like, I know for me, if someone tells me like, you're doing an awesome job or whatever, I'm like, oh, thanks. Cause like I'm weird about compliments. I'm just like, okay, thanks, but I do like that you use that as an opportunity to start a conversation. And that's a different way to me to do it than how I do it typically on social media. So, but guys, I will remind you that she is new. So people are seeing her transformation, and that's typically a common thing when you first start and you start popping out transformations, and these people that follow you haven't seen that from you before. Like they are going to wonder and ask, but they're going to trust the process because you've provided them proof. So if you're, I know if you're struggling with progress or whatever, maybe it's that you take a step back and kind of think like, what could I do to really get some results from my program? Because we are ultimately health and fitness coaches. So let's see.
I agree with that as well. Yes.
How many invites would you say you send in a day through social media or texting?
As far as just blank reaching, like I'm more so just engaged with the people that are liking my stories and responding to my stories. Now, as far as just going and following random people and just, hey, I see that you watch my, I would say honestly, not as much as I should. I don't have an exact answer. Like I said, I like to do it more in person. But I would say I am having conversations with 5-ish people a day, just conversations back and forth on them responding to my story or me reaching out from them responding to a poll. I like polls because that shows you who's like really interested in what you're doing. So it doesn't even have to be a poll in regards to beach body. It could be what color nails should I get today or anything. Like just a poll shows you the people who are engaging. And I also like to, when I post a story, like 5 to 10 minutes later, go look at those first people. Because if it's the same people watching your stuff back to like instantly, you know who's engaging with your feed quickly. And so it's almost like I like to reach out to those people because I know that they're intrigued with what I'm posting. Another thing is like I used to never, ever, ever post on my Instagram story. Like I was only a Snapchat story person, did not post on my Instagram. Something that Shelby has taught me is that you have to show your followers that you're doing the workouts. You're doing the daily thing. And when they see you doing it every day, they're going to be intrigued with that. And so I think the biggest thing is I've done many things that are awkward for me personally, but Shelby has told me to do them, so I've done them. So sometimes you have to step out of your comfort zone and it's going to be weird. You might think, oh, that's not going to work or whatever. Okay, but it does. Like she's where she's at because she's doing these steps. Kayla's where she's at because she's following these steps. So if two people who are higher above me who are very successful are telling me to do things, it might be weird, but I'm going to listen to them. And honestly, it's helped me grow, but it's also obviously helped me reach out to other people who I probably would have never reached out to or talked to before that. So I just listen to Shelbs.
I like the point that you brought up about going back to your story like quicker than, because I feel like for me, like I even will like wait, and then sometimes I forget to even put up polls and stuff.
Yeah.
And so going to your story, you know, to see even those first 7 people, it's like, okay, those are 7 people that I can try and connect with without getting sidetracked later and having to go through this list of, you know, 500 people. And
right.
So like I do like that a lot.
I think it's, to me, it's almost just like, I don't know. It just shows that they're engaging more. And I think it's like they're obviously liking your stuff and responding to your stuff for a reason. So they might not reach out to you. And the thing that I've realized is that there's so many people that I've reached out to. They're like, I've been so hesitant to reach out to you. I've been so scared. I'm like, well, I ain't going to bite you. Like, I'm not scary. But you could have reached out. But there's so many people who are going to be scared to reach out to you.
Yeah.
So I've learned that you just kind of have to step out of your comfort zone. And if, like, honestly, when I told my family I was starting this, like, they all kind of laughed at me because they, like, and I even thought to myself, I would never be, like, 3 months ago, Allie would have never thought that Allie would be where she is now. And I think that the biggest thing is, like, I'm a people person. I love people. I love reaching out to people. I've always been a talker. Like, I love meeting new people, and something about doing something for me that's made me grow as a person mentally and physically. Like, I want other people to know that. And so actually reaching out to people, and you don't have to be pushy or salesy, or literally you can just talk to them. If they say no, that's okay. Like, you don't have to get upset, just go on to the next one. And it's not that you're just, like, if you ever get discouraged, like, just like Shelby said earlier, no now is not no forever. Because if you just continue with a consistency, people are going to see that and people are going to change their mind. I've had people who I reached out to a month ago when I first started tell me absolutely no. And then I've had them watch me over the past month and they're like, wow, like, she's sticking to it. And so I think that just continuing to post on social media is a big, big thing.
I second that. It does make a difference. And I know it sounds silly, especially for, you know, newer girls or those just getting back in, you know, to the swing of things. But like, I don't know how to say it, but like, basically, like, you find something, you do something every single day. And even if it is just simply making your pre-workout or whatever the case is, like, it does make a difference. Like, people want to follow someone that's going to be consistent and not just showing up whenever they feel like it, even on social media. Like, I didn't feel good today, but I still showed up in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
And so that, to me, I think is what separates people from success is if they don't feel like it, they just don't do it, you know? And so it's got to, you really got to adjust your mindset and hone back and be like, this is my business.
Mm-hmm.
This is the priority. And I think that's what switched for you,
Right.
Allie, because when you first started, you know, you're still a baby coach, but you were baby coach, you know? And like, when you hit Success Club, I was like, okay, like she's coming out of her shell a little bit. And then it was just like, all of a sudden here she was, because like you got that bug and you were like, I could do this, you know? And you started listening to things that Shelby said, and whatever Shelby said, you did. And that's basically it. Just success leaves clues. I know y'all are tired of me hearing or me saying that, but it really does. Like if someone is successful or having success in some piece of the business that maybe you're struggling in, take notes, watch their stories, see what they're doing. I do it every single day. I follow top coaches and I'm like, okay, what are they sharing? What are they doing? And I try to do something on my own.
Yeah. I think a good thing is asking questions. Like if my iPhone were able to see like who I talk to most, like Shelby Kreger would be the top person because we're like BFFs and talk every single day, like all day long. But y'all ask questions. Like Shelby and Kayla are never going to get tired of you asking questions on how to grow. And I ask questions all the time. They might sound stupid. They might sound dumb, but they're not. Like I ask them anyways. And so don't be afraid of asking for help, I think. And it doesn't even have to be your coaches. If you see your teammates doing well, reach out to them and just ask. I mean, because we should all be here to want everybody to do good and everybody to succeed. So I think that's a big thing. I keep losing my train of thought and what I'm going to talk about.
Talk about how you get people to get deluxe challenge pack.
Oh yes.
Almost only deluxe. And she, like, for those of you who don't know, that she's 20. Okay, her friends are 20. She's not like they're poor. I love her, but 20-year-olds don't have any money because they're 20. So like, but she's convincing these 20-year-olds to buy the deluxe. So talk about that.
So the way I go about it is I have a pretty little picture that Shelby provided to me, and it has all the packages listed, the price and what they are. And so in the conversation, I send that. And then I straight up tell people about the $15 a month fee after that, just because I didn't at first. And I had a few people be like, oh, well, I thought it was a set fee. So I personally, that's just a personal preference. I tell them about the $15 a month up front. And if most of them are like, okay, great, because I tell them it gives them the coach savings and the coach savings on shipping as well, that I want all my girls just to have the discount on the price. Because A, you're not lying to them. B, like they're going to save the money, but C, it also helps you. Like, so I don't really give people the option. Like I sign them up as a coach. I've had 2 throw a fit, like, I don't want to save money. I don't want to spend $15 a month. I think that they were scared of not liking the product. So I've had 2 throw a fit and I've signed them up as customers. Anybody else, roll with it. If they're cool with paying sign them up as a coach. Okay. And so I send them the chart and I say, this is the options, here's the prices. And I just recommend, I said, this is what I do for the deluxe. I tell them I started off with only the Shakeology and then decided to try the performance line and loved it. So now I do both. I give them the recommendation that buy the deluxe for your challenge pack. And then if some people are afraid about the money side of things, tell them to alternate months. So they can delay, like the following month, they can delay, let's say, their performance line and get the Shakeology again, and then keep pushing it out. That way, 1 month at Shakeology, 1 month performance. So then you're continuing, because some people are just, they don't want to spend that much money a month, which is fine. I get it. But if you recommend them to rotate months, they're going to stay active. So that's a recommendation that I've used, and it's been successful so far. People ask me which line I like, and I tell them both because they have different benefits. like you can do only the performance, which I wouldn't know what to do without my magic juice is what I call it. But at the same time, I'm not the healthiest eater. Like I ain't big on veggies, okay? So if I have my Shakeology, I know that I'm at least getting the nutrition and the superfoods and the all the good stuff, vitamins and everything that's in there. So at least I know I'm being semi-healthy. So I tell them that it's not of the same line. Like they do two totally different things. And so I just recommend that, I like both of them for different reasons. And so a bunch of people have gone with the deluxe and have liked it. I don't know.
Educating people is super important because when they do ask, you'll get asked, which do you like? And I tell them, like, personally, I drink all three, and here's why. And when you explain it and let them know, like, one's for nutrition, one's not just a protein shake that you drink after you work out, and you break it down. And I have verbiage. Allie probably has verbiage. We can share this stuff with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when you take a moment to explain it and they read through it, 9 times out of 10, because I also sell deluxe challenge packs more than the regular ones because they see the value. They really do. So I like that you're doing that and you're saying this is what it is, and it's not forceful. It's like they can choose the 161. That's really fine. But the perk of the challenge or the deluxe one, guys, is you're gonna. Sorry to sound gross here, you're going to make more money and your team volume is going to be more, which in turn generates more team cycle bonuses, which in turn is more moolah. So it does help. So if you're not offering the deluxe challenge pack, I highly encourage you to, because you're missing out on money. And it truly is, and I'm going to say this, it truly is the better value of the 3 because they're getting to try all 3 products and they're saving. I even tell people that they're saving $215 by going with that challenge pack. That's in my verbiage.
Right.
And they see that and they're like, whoa.
Yeah. And telling people that, like, my whole thing is, like, it's a challenge pack. You are saving money. You might as well go ahead and try both and see which one you like, because you're not going to get it that cheap again. So you might as well get it in that, try it. If you don't like it, well then, all right, cool. Move on, But something that I've also learned is the performance line. I don't like telling people it's a pre-workout.
Why?
Because for some reason, I feel like people have a negative a thought about pre-workout, like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like they're almost scared of it. And I was the same way just because of my heart. But people like think that it's the pre-workout. It's going to make your skin tingle and itch and jitter. And a lot of people are scared of it. So I just explain it as it not, I guess basically I just say that it boosts your energy, it sharpens your focus, and it enhances your performance. And that doesn't have to be in a workout. Like, so I don't say, like, I tell people that I drink it other than just working out, because that makes them think, oh, okay, so it's not like a pre-workout per se. And honestly, I think that's helped me as far as the performance line goes, because and I've also used myself just as an example with my heart or whatever, that I've never taken a pre-workout before. It's because I was scared of that. But this is an all natural, and it doesn't do that. It doesn't make me scared to take it or any weird side effects. So,
and I'll tell you all this too. I get that sometimes as well. And, letting them know it's a plant-based product, the ingredients are clean. And I share my husband's story too about he took, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, No Explode. It was like years and years ago. It's terrible for you. It's the type that basically says drink it 6 weeks and then 6 weeks off. Like take a break from it. Like it's like this. That to me is just a red flag. But he was he was a youngster back then and did whatever. But he had problems after that, and so he was super hesitant about it. And he started drinking the Energize, because even when I ordered it, he was like, "No, you're not drinking that, and I'm not drinking it." And we tried it, and I was like he was impressed with the ingredients and stuff. But I share. That's the thing, is share your story, even if it's not my personal story about the pacemaker thing. Like I can use Allie's story to explain it. Like if you don't have a story to tell, use someone else's that
use mine. I don't care.
Yeah. But yeah, I do know that some people are like, pre-workout, but I like, you know, you tell them it enhances their focus or their performance and all of that stuff. But again, it just goes back to really taking a moment to educating them. And if they don't want it right then and there, that's fine. But they're going to see people talking in your group about their pre-workout, and they always want to come back and try it. And it's like, you should have done the 220 package, but now you're going to
Gotta spend more money.
you know, but that's the thing. That's just how it goes sometimes. So,
Right. Just
do y'all have any other questions for Allie? Did you have other things you wanted to talk about?
I just had one more point, and
Okay.
of course it lost me. I lost it. Drawing a blank. I don't know.
Shelby?
Sorry.
Can you think? Oh, okay. I was like, do you know what she wants to say?
No, I had something. It was to that, and then it just wiped away. Oh, okay. So when people say, when you reach out to them, whether you invite or they reach out to you and you give them all your info, and they say, okay, I'm going to think about it. I'll get back with you. Okay, that's great. But 9 times out of 10, they're not going to get back with you. So what you need to do is reach back out to them. I found that's a big point. Second of all, what Shelby taught me to do is before you get into the whole spiel of basically explaining it all the way to them, ask them what their personal goal is. So if your personal goal is you just had a baby 8 weeks ago and you want to lose your baby weight, great, okay. You send them all their package, you know, they're going to think about it. They never get back with you. Hey, just want to check in. You know, I know your personal goals that you have, and I'd love to help you meet those and get off the extra baby weight, or in a nice way, remind them of what their goal was in their head that they want for themselves. And then they're going to step back and be like, wow, like I still want that. And that's going to reinforce why they reached out to you in the first place. And it's more than likely going to get things going again in their head just to think about.
And it just helps to build that trust and that genuine connection, because they're like, oh, well, she, you know, remembered that I said that or whatever. I mean, I just think it helps to build trust with your people whenever you've asked them what their goals are, and you're not just coming across as trying to like make a quick sale, because it is 100% not about making a quick sale. It is about the fact that these programs have changed my life. Allie has started to have personal results, and it's changing her life. Danielle has been using, that she's on the call tonight, has been using, doing the workouts and stuff. It's changed her life. So now she wants to like pay it forward. Yeah. I think when you're coming across from a genuine place in your heart of, this has worked for me and this is something I've struggled with my whole life, and I just want other people to know, when that's truly the place you're coming from, it comes across in your social media. I mean, you can't fake that. Like, you just can't. People can pick up on like that fake kind of stuff. Right. So I think when that is truly where your heart is, and you're asking people what their goals are, and you're like genuinely and like emotionally invested in their journey, they're gonna feel that, and they're gonna trust you. And it's not about just like, oh, I want to build this trust to make this sale. It's not about that. It's about genuine connections that you're making with people. And one thing I want you to make a post about this, Allie, on your feed, about how that girl Shelby Pierce that you met, she met this girl Shelby Pierce somehow. I don't know how she knows her, through social media. She said she had never met her in person before, but she enrolled with Allie, and then last night Allie invited her to go to Bible study with her, and the girl went with her to Bible study. Like, and they met through Beachbody. Like, these are genuine connections that people are making, and their lives are being changed, not just physically. Like, this girl is now going to be in Bible study with Allie. And I know for Allie, and for me as well, like, that is why we're on the earth. So it is bigger than like how many pounds you lose or how many challenge packs you sell. And I think whenever your heart's in it, then that comes across.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's like part of why she's been so successful, is because she is enthusiastic when she talks to people, and her enthusiasm about what she's doing comes across, and people are like, well, damn, why is she so happy about this? I want to know. So being enthusiastic about what you're doing, I think, is really important.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It was literally the weirdest part. Not the weirdest really, but the whole last night in the Bible study. So Shelby followed her on social media, knew of her boyfriend, but never talked to her in person. She reached out to me as far as the workout. She joined boot camp a month ago, invited her last night. Well, then I had another random girl who I really had never known, didn't follow her. She followed me, reach out and say that she would like to try to go to Bible study with me. And I said, absolutely. Like, I will never turn anybody away from coming to church with me. I don't care if I know you're not. You're welcome to come with me. And so I invited the girl, and Shelby and I met up an hour before Bible study and walked around the church. I like to walk like 2 miles before. And I said, she had mentioned where she'd gone to school. And I said, oh, well, another girl actually messaged me that she wanted to come tonight. And I don't really know who she is, but she's from your area. Turns out they were best friends in middle school and haven't talked in years because Shelby moved. They both came, but not knowing that each other had messaged me. Both messaged me to come to Bible study, came on the same night, and they haven't seen each other in years. And so it was just like I got cold chills when Shelby told me that she knew her, and it was just the weirdest thing.
And now you can sell her friend a challenge pack.
Or have her friend enroll her friend.
It's so funny. She actually did ask me about it. But it's just, and that's what I love about it, is that it's not just the sale, like Shelby said. It's so much more than that. Just and that's another thing that I like to show people, is that I am engaging in personal growth and reading my Bible. And so, you might not read your Bible every day. That's totally fine. But I do recommend some way taking time for yourself other than a workout, whether it's a podcast or
if you're doing the things on your business activity tracker.
Yes, Shelves, yes. But posting that, y'all, it really can connect to people in more than just a workout way. So I think that it's important to I don't know, share things. It's okay to share.
Yep. Love it. Do you guys have any more questions or comments or anything else that you guys want to talk about before we get off here? All right.
Well, I hope that was
Allie, thank you so much. No, to me, it just kind of reiterates certain things, because it's not that you have this secret sauce. Like, you're pretty special, okay? But it's not a secret sauce. It's not that you're reinventing the wheel. You're just simply doing the things that your coach is suggesting, and that's working for her or whatever. And so I think that's really cool, and it shows. You had a big day today because of it. So keep it up, and thank you for the tips on like the deluxe challenge pack stuff. And the other thing about like the stories, the Instagram stories and whatnot, because that was really helpful. You're always a learner in this business, guys. We're always going to be learning something new. Social media changes all the time. And so again, if you see, one of us or someone else doing something particular in their stories or on their feed, they're doing it because they saw it somewhere else probably. So give it a try, see if it works. I think that was really it. So anyone else have any final words before we hop off?
The only word I'm going to say is to take with you is consistency.
Yes. Don't even get me started about consistency.
Oh, yes. Yes, Krista.
Pick time. That's also my coach. I've taught her well by knowing we take pictures. All right, ladies, we do like to take pics because we like to show the community aspect of it all, and that this is like a little girls' night, and we're just women supporting women. So, guys, smile on 3. 1, 2, 3. Love it. Jesse, did I get you in it? It was a black screen.
Oh, yeah, mine was dark too.
One more time, guys. Jesse, don't black yourself out here, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3. Love it. All right, ladies, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. And if you're watching the recording, we love you guys, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Thank you, Allie.
You're welcome. Let me know if you have any questions.
All right, bye, y'all. Oh, I gotta.
Yeah, how to